How y'all doing on this hump day? Well, I'm sitting outside. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock, getting kind of cloudy. Looks like it might rain again. So I need to hurry up my little ass up and talk about what I need to talk about. My little firecracker video. I've got all kinds of comments on Facebook over it, because I posted it on Facebook before I put it on YouTube. I got some people saying, hey, I want some of them. I got some people saying, man, that's cruel as hell. I got other people saying, man, you're crazier and shit. But I am what I am. Now, I have 20 made in the house. I got 10 in the process of being made in the house. Those are going to be played with on the 4th of July mainly. One guy was like, why do you need to make so many of them? Why not? Why do you need to buy a box of 8,000 bottle rockets? Because you want to. But this video ain't because of that. This video was something totally different. Every time I get me a bottle of L8, got my bottle cap. It's upside down. Turn it this way where you can see it. There it is, L8. Just a plain Jane bottle cap. I save my bottle caps. And the reason why, now, show you, see, it's magic, but not really. I basically save my bottle caps because I turn them into refrigerator magnets. One at a time. There's Dr. Pepper. Orange Crush. Good old Mountain Dew. Yeehaw. And then there's the classic L8. Now, I got about maybe 15 of these in the house on the side of my filing cabinet. And what I did in the past was a little magnet right there. I went to Michael's, and Michael's department store that sells all kinds of craft ideas. I bought a great big box of these magnets for like 10 bucks. It was like 1,000 magnets for 10 bucks. And over the year of drinking bottled drinks and everything else, mainly drinking Dr. Pepper, but you got a bottle of Dr. Pepper at the time for like 80 cents a bottle. And I would then say if this was Dr. Pepper, I would take my glass bottle, stick it in a recycling bin. And then for a long time, every time I drank a bottle with a bottle cap like this, I would save the bottle cap, I throw it in a bag. And once a year I take all my scrap metal off, and I have a big ass bag of bottle caps, and that would go in with my snuff can lids, stuff like that. Well, my stuff came with me, but all your Grizzly, Copenhagen, all your metal lids, I save those and I turn those in for scrap metal as well. And then one day I was on eBay and I saw a magnet I bought for my son when he was a lot littler. It was a Puss in Boots magnet, and I was like, well, I was like, that's cool. So I bought it for him, and I got it. It got delivered, and the only thing they did is they took a bottle cap magnet, kind of like this, put a magnet in the back of it, and took a picture of a cutout of Puss in Boots and glued it to the top of the bottle cap. And I was pissed. But then after I got pissed, I thought about it. I said, you know what? That's kind of cool. It's like a novelty thing. So then, of course, he still has a little Puss in Boots thing in his bedroom put up. But I thought about this. I thought, you know what? So I kind of ran with it. I started saving bottle caps. And some of them I put super glue, some of them I put hot glue. Then I put a magnet in the back of it. And then I sold a shit ton of them on eBay. And they range from soda pop to beer, you name it. Metal cap, didn't matter what it was. I put a magnet in it. Big old long list. I had like all kinds of different ones. And I sold them from like a single magnet to like a group of 5. And I was selling them left and right. And then I got tired of paying all the surcharges and the listing fees and everything else, so I just quit selling them. And then I went to like a little flea market place, and I had a bunch of crap, and I put like, I think it was like 25 cents a bottle cap magnet, or like like 4 for $1, or like 2, no, a little bit for, it was like a 25 cents a magnet, or 8 of them for $1. And I was selling 8 of them for $1 so damn quick, it wasn't even funny. And the best thing about it is, most of my bottle caps, most of them I didn't pay for. I got them for free. So the only thing I paid for was a little bit of glue in the back of it and a magnet. And with all the magnets I've gone through, the refrigerator magnets, those things I sold, I made my money back and then some. So, you know, that's an idea y'all can do. I mean, I don't mind sharing ideas. You know, that's what YouTube's about. Sharing ideas, you know, sharing things to make it look, you know, maybe you can do some of these bottle caps that I haven't thought of, and you can make something totally different, something cool as hell, and there you go. Now, I did see something a long time ago. I don't have it right now because I haven't made one in a while. But your snuff can lids, your metal ones, I actually made Christmas ornaments out of the can lids. And people bought it. I mean, truthfully to me, I wouldn't buy it. I'd let me look cool as shit. I wouldn't buy that. But people bought them to hang on their Christmas tree. The cans they had like Grizzly and Copenhagen and Kodiak, things like that, the metal ones, and people bought them up like crazy. I made wind chimes out of dip cans. People bought them. Anything out there you can think of that, you know, you can turn a buck on, trust me, people will buy them. Now, anything, you know, anything anymore, I think people, I mean, I always said, if you're buying stuff like this, you have too much money. But then another part of me said, well, maybe it's because it's something you grew up with that you don't have anymore. You don't have access to it, and it's like a novelty thing that you want. You just want something different that nobody else has, and therefore that's why you have it. Which, you know, it makes sense to me too. And that's why here soon I'm making another batch of candles, because I'm making dill pickle candles. No, they're not actual pickles, they're pickle scented candles that smell like dill pickle. And I've been going to Dollar Tree and buying up all these glass containers for $1, because the way my calculation is, I'm buying a container for $1. I'm using roughly $1 to $2 amount of wax to put into a $1 container. My wick cost me, I think it was like $10 for 1,000 wicks. So my wick is like, what, 10 cents a wick maybe? No, not even that. A penny a wick? I don't know, something like, it's something crazy like that. So in my one candle that I have roughly maybe what, $3 invested, maybe $3.50 invested into it. I'm selling for $8. Do the math, you know, it's crazy. And then my citronella candles I have in the room, the little beer cans, I buy a six-pack of Coors beer for $4.50 a six-pack. I don't drink the beer. I think it's nasty. I take my little can device, I cut the top of the lid out, I pour the beer down the drain, I seat my wick in the bottom of it, I pour my citronella wax on top of that. The wax in that little container is about $1.50. The wick, like I said, between I don't know, let's just say a penny a wick. There's $1.50 worth of wax, a penny a wick, and my can, I bought 6 of them for $5. I sell that one can for $5. I made a profit, bigger than shit. It cost me $5 roughly for 6 of them, and maybe a $1.50 worth of wax and a penny a wick. It's countless. I mean, I've sold some of those beer candles. It's not even funny. And I got probably 5 left in there right now. I got one person wanting 6 of them. So that means whenever my Walmart up here stocks me up with more beer cans, I'm gonna go up there and spend 20 bucks in beer, empty them out, and make my candles and sell them for 5 bucks a can, and make my money back and then some. Crazy, but it works. But yeah, that's what I do. That's why I love. I mean, to me, it's not so much as making money, a profit off the things. It's like I'm making something that anybody can do, but nobody thinks about it. And until it's too late, and then it's like, man, I could have done this myself, but I don't know how. I can't get the fragrance. Anybody. I should say can't get the fragrance. They don't think about it. They don't, and that's why I tell people all the time. If you don't know something, go to Google. Type in wherever you want. Google can give you an answer of anything you want within a few seconds, and there's hundreds of thousands of references. Now, it might not be what you're looking for, but it's there. So, yeah. This is like my little, I'm kind of giving away some of my secrets, but, like I said, if there's something I'm doing that you can turn around and critique it to make it better, to make you a little pocket jingle, more power to you. I don't mind, because the whole point of being in the United States is to make money and to make a profit. Now, there's making a profit the good way, and there's making a profit the bad way. I like to make the profit the good way. Because my policy is, if you buy something from me and you're not happy with it, only thing you gotta do is return it. I'll replace it, or return it and I'll give you your money back. And that's it. And that's how I do business. And if I shake your hand in the process and make a verbal agreement, you might as well say it's as good as gold, and it's better than a piece of paper you write it on. Because I will stick to it 100% or 1000%, however you want to call it. And it's a done deal. It's like that guy up in Shepherdsville, or Shepherdsville, Louisville area, supposed to be making me a moonshine still. I still haven't seen it yet. We had a verbal agreement back in February. All through March, all through April, I've heard, you'll be next Friday, you'll be next Friday, you'll be next Friday. You know what? I got to the point I just said, screw you, I don't care. I'm going to go buy it off eBay and be done with it. Because your verbal agreement, what he gave with me, ain't worth a piece of paper you wipe your ass with. So after that, I'm just like, screw it, I'm done. I found a steal on eBay, and it's a little bit bigger, has more bells and whistles on it, and that's what I'm going to be going with. Because, after so long of somebody saying, well, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, and nothing happens, I'm done with you. I don't care. So, it is what it is. But I'm going to get off here, because I'm going to go in the house and finish reloading some redneck firecrackers. And yeah, be about it. So keep it easy, keep it sleazy, keep your nose clean, your powder dry, and I'll catch you again soon.